Ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, I'm going to be giving you my top 32 NFL running backs for the 2025-2026 season. This is day 2 of the NFL 2025-2026 rankings. Couple disclaimers as usual. If you guys disagree, please let me know down in the comments. I'll debate you guys on every single one of these. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video and cue the intro. Little to no explanation of how this works. We're gonna start with number 32, and that is none other than David Montgomery. Listen, he may not have had the yards. He may have gotten hurt. He may have missed 15 games, but he still does everything at an above average level. You know, he's not gonna get the yards when you're sitting behind Jahmyr Gibbs, but the reason he's on this list is because he's a good role guy. He's the best backup running back in the NFL today. And just for those reasons, I think David Montgomery is still top 32 in the league right now, because he's not going to get the yards, but he is going to serve his purpose. Now, starting off with 31, we have the Chicago Bears running back, DeAndre Swift. Listen, I mean, I know this guy's good. He's still an above-average running back, but I've just, ever since he got drafted, I've yet to really see him pop off. Because, I mean, I just feel like every year he's just had the same exact stats, like right around 1,000 yards, right around, like, barely 200 carries, right around, like, 5 touchdowns. Like, he just does the same thing over and over again every single year. That's why I can't put him inside the top 30. Now, starting off with number 30, giving me Rhamondre Stevenson. Listen, I mean, this guy, I mean, he's still a good running back. He's still a nice running back. But this guy just has gotten worse every single year he's played in the league. I mean, look, outside of his one good year in 2022, I mean, just look at the guy's stats before that. He's just going down and down and down. Now, am I sitting here calling him a garbage running back, ass running back? No, but am I calling him an elite running back? Just no, absolutely not, because the guy is not consistent. He cannot stay healthy, and he's just getting worse. Now, number 29, give me Rico Dowdle. And honestly, this guy had a great really way to establish himself in the league. You know, he broke 1,000 yards on the Cowboys with a dysfunctional offense, so obviously he's doing something right. You know, he's got elite speed, and also he can catch a lot of the times too. Like, people don't talk about that enough when they're talking about Rico Dowdle. He's 29. Right now, number 28, give me Tony Pollard. I mean, people are going to say that this is too low, and I get that, but he is getting older, and I do have a really strong feeling that he's going to have his carries taken away from him this year by Tyjae Spears, as he should have had this year. And also, he's not really catching the ball a lot, and that may have something to do with a couple injuries he's had, but like, that's also what made him such a dangerous running back in the first place, his running and catching ability, and we're just not seeing that enough from him these days. I'm not saying he's bad, I'm just saying he's not the same Tony that we're used to seeing. Now, number 25, give me Tyrone Tracy from the Giants. And honestly, I have a bad feeling about this guy. Like, this guy is going to be an animal. 800 plus yards on the Giants, while alternating between 4 horrible garbage quarterbacks, while just being in one of the most dysfunctional offenses in the league, and he still managed to put up decent stats. I would take him. I would take him over these guys without a doubt. Now, number 26, give me Jaylen Warren. This guy had probably the worst year of his career. I mean, he had 1 touchdown the entire year. But the reason I'm not putting him in the bottom like he really should be is because, I mean, Najee Harris left. He's gonna produce a lot more, since now he's gonna be the starting running back, and he has an underrated catching ability. I don't think people realize that about him. Speaking of catching ability, number 25, we got Rachaad White. He takes a lot of crap. Like, he's not that bad, and probably one of the better catching running backs in the league, if you're asking me. And also, this guy is an absolute fantasy terrorist. Well, I mean, just a couple years ago, he finished as the fourth best fantasy running back because he was so good at catching and rushing. This year, he took a little bit step down as a rusher, but took a big step up as a catcher. Now, if we can expect him to do both, he's going to be a backup running back to Bucky Irving, the greatest running back of all time, of course. But he's also going to be a better catcher than Bucky Irving, and that's why I feel like, again, much like David Montgomery, he's a role player, and that's why he's top 25 right now. At number 24, we got the one rookie on this list. It is Ashton Jeanty. This guy is also my pick for Offensive Rookie of the Year. But, oh boy, if you saw his college stats, just wait until you see what he does in the NFL. Now, number 23, give me Isaiah Pacheco. He gets the injury pass a little bit. For me, but I mean, just even before that, he still was not doing that good. I mean, how could you when you're on a team that passes a lot, with Patrick Mahomes? But even with that, he still just looked incredibly average. Yeah, he just doesn't look the same, and that has a lot to do with his injury. So maybe this injury ended his prime before it even started. I don't know what's going on with Isaiah Pacheco, but if he doesn't step up his game soon, he may not even be in the top 30. Now, number 22, give me my guy, Alvin Kamara. Listen, he's not your typical guy that you would expect to break 1,000 yards. But he is your typical guy that is going to stay so consistent throughout his entire career. Right around 900 yards, but hauls in a lot of receptions and a lot of total touchdowns. He's a fantasy terrorist. It's just that he is getting a little bit older now. That's why I have him outside of the top 20. But, I mean, he's still Alvin Kamara. He still deserves a spot on this list. Alright, now moving on to number 21. Give me Kenneth Walker. I'm sorry, another guy, much like what I said about Ramondre Stevens here. Kenneth Walker's just going down and down and down and down in his career, and he's just getting unhealthier and unhealthier, and he's just getting worse. However, you can't really write him off because I think when he's healthy, he has a lot more talent than Ramondre Stevenson. I just think he's better than these other than these other guys when he's healthy. So I think Kenneth Walker, when he's healthy, he could very well contend for the rushing yards leader. And that's not being biased. That's not over jumping it a little bit. I just think Kenneth Walker is really good when he is healthy. All right, now moving on to number 20, starting off with the top 20. Give me Brian Robinson Jr. I mean, again, another guy. You're gonna basically get the same thing every year, even though this year he was a little bit unhealthy. But right around 800 yards, right around, a solid 6 or 7 or 8 touchdowns. I just think Brian Robinson Jr. in that passing offense, much like what I said about Pikachu, he's really good, or he holds his weight in that passing offense. However, because they have such a passing offense, you're not going to expect crazy numbers from him every year. But I'm giving him his flowers. Right now, starting off with 19, the top 19, give me Breece Hall. And listen, I still think he's good. And trust me, if it weren't for him being on the Jets, he would be still very good. But I just said before this season, pretty overrated, even though he was like a top 3 choice in fantasy, because who can blame him? The year before that, he was awesome. 900 yards, a lot of receptions, a lot of touchdowns, but this year just didn't really hold his weight. I fully expect a bounce back from him this year, but just for now, he's 19. Now moving on to number 18, give me the new Chargers running back. Give me Najee Harris. Listen, the reason he's not inside the top 15 like he reasonably should be is because I mean, like I said about a lot of these running backs who have also a lot who have are on teams that also have more good running backs. They're going to get their carries taken away. And assuming that considering that they just drafted Omari and Hampton, you got to assume that he's going to get carries taken away from Omari and Hampton because they're going to want to see what he can do. And plus, Najee Harris has not been that good over the past couple of years. He's just been average. He hasn't been catching a lot. However, you can never really write him off because he's still Najee Harris, and he's still going to be very consistent, like right around 5 touchdowns or 8 touchdowns, 5 to 8 around that area, right around 1,000 yards. And if he starts catching a little bit more this year, he could be in the top 10. All right, now moving on to number 17, give me Chase Brown. Much like what I said about Tyrone Tracy, I got a bad feeling about this guy in a good way because I have a feeling that this guy is going to be a monster. This guy is going to be, not only that, this guy is going to be a fantasy terrorist. This guy might be the best catching running back that you have. He had he had the most receiving touchdowns from running backs in the league. Well, mainly because they threw a lot. The Bengals threw a lot. But just Chase Brown also, he is a pretty decent rusher too. Like, unlike Rachaad White, who can really only receive, Chase Brown can rush too. Like, people don't talk about this guy enough, and he is going to be better than a lot of these guys who I have ahead of him, except for Ashton Jeanty. Now, number 16, give me De'Von Achane, and I actually take back what I said about Chase Brown. This guy is the best receiving running back in the NFL. He had over 70 receptions. My goodness, he's got elite speed, can find the holes through the offensive line so great. He's young. He just got drafted in 2023, and he's got a really bright future. There's nothing much to say about De'Von Achane. All right, number 15 now. I hate to do this to him, man. I really do. Give me 15. Give me Nicholas Jamal Chubb. This guy's, as much as I hate to say, this guy's career's cooked. He's not a top 10 running back anymore. Especially when he's in that Browns dysfunctional offense. I think injuries have ended his prime, but he's still a top 15 running back. I mean, I still think there's a little bit gas left in him, but just not nearly as much as there used to be, man. Now, number 15, give me James Conner, and this guy is probably one of the most underrated running backs in the NFL. You know, he's probably the most consistent running back that the NFL has to offer right now. You know, 1,000 yards, a lot of times breaks more than 1,000 yards. You know, a handful of touchdowns. Like, what's there to say bad? And also, his catching ability is very underrated. I thought he's always been a very good complement to this Arizona Cardinals offense. Especially, he should be better now, considering that the Cardinals have fixed up their offensive line a little bit. So he should be better. All right, now, number 13, give me the greatest running back of all time. Give me Bucky Irving. This guy won multiple fantasy championships. This guy is the best thing to ever happen to the Buccaneers. And talking realistically now, I just think he's added a spark to that offense that the Buccaneers desperately needed. Like, before that, they had Rachaad White, but they didn't have, like, a true number one running back. Well, they may have just found their guy. You guys can go look at the stats. He was top 10 in rushing yards. He was just so efficient, so quick. I cannot wait to see what a better year he has next year. Now, number 12, give me Aaron Jones. He may be old, but he is still gold. And listen, did you guys know he had the second best year of his career? Yeah, like, even those years, those extra couple of years that he had with the Packers, he had the second best year of his career. Like, that is nuts. Even with this offense, well, of course he was going to thrive in this offense, either with Minnesota or Green Bay because he's Aaron Jones. But just, I mean, I don't think, like, a lot of people slept on how good Aaron Jones actually was. I know he kind of crapped his pants in the playoffs, but I mean, I can't put him outside of the top 15 just yet, even though he is coming on 30 years old. All right, now number 11, give me Chuba Hubbard. Like, there's no fluke here. Chuba Hubbard is actually an elite running back. Not even kidding. Like, just go look at his stats. He was 5th in the league in rushing yards. Who in the hell saw that coming? Especially on the Panthers. Can you imagine what he would do if he was on, like, I don't know, maybe even the Steelers or the Browns? Or not the Browns. Or the, who knows? Maybe even the Packers? Like, he would thrive even more than he already has been doing. All right, now is the time for everybody to get pissed at whatever screen they're watching this on. Because at number 10, I got Christian McCaffrey. I know what you're going to say. The injuries, he's cooked, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Well, why don't you cop in the comments, tell me how much you hate me. But I just can't put him outside of the top 10 yet. I know his Achilles is held up by a fruit roll-up right now. But I know I probably should have him right here next to Nick Chubb, but I don't think Christian McCaffrey is as cooked as everybody says he is. Like, I feel like he could still thrive. You know, he could still do something. And maybe I get proven wrong. Maybe he actually is cooked. That's fine. But I just think I just cannot put him outside of the top 10 just yet. And the reason I have him ahead of Nick Chubb is because Nick Chubb's a little bit more cooked than Christian McCaffrey is. Rather you want to argue with me or not. All right, now moving on to number 9, it is Joe Mixon, Joseph Mixon. Yeah, I mean, again, he had an insane year, and he had probably the consistent number of yards and touchdowns that he probably would have had he had not played for the Bengals. Like, because he played for the Bengals who did not run the ball at all or barely, like, he didn't put up the most consistent numbers. But now that he's on the Texans, when they lost the receivers, he got a lot more playing time. He was the first read most of the time. And now all of a sudden now, bam, he's doing really good. But he's interchangeable with number 8, which is James Cook. These two you could really flip back and forth. I'll give James Cook the benefit of the doubt because, you know, Joe Mixon is almost 30. Well, it probably is 30 by now. And James Cook is still very fresh and new in the league. Like, James Cook literally had 16 rushing touchdowns. And he can catch, too. People don't talk about that enough. James Cook is by far the second best player on the entire Bills team. And he is easily number 8 and Joe Mixon's number 9. But like I said, you can interchange the two. All right, now number 7, give me Kyren Williams. And this guy is like, there's no fluke here. He was elite in 2023. He kept that up and was elite in 2024. Like, there's no fluke here. He is elite. And remember when people were saying his production is going to go down because he was catching punts? Like, I don't know why a lot of people were thinking that was going to hurt him. But clearly, nothing's changed. He's clearly still the same Kyren Williams. Matter of fact, he had a better year than what he did in 2023. And from that standards, that is crazy. Number 6, give me Josh Jacobs, and honestly, it's really close with him and Kyren, but I gave the slight nod to Josh Jacobs. I mean, like, this dude's just a big muscle. Like, he is huge. And I know, like, a lot of people were saying that he's going to fall off, like, he's not as good as he used to be, and, yeah, was far from the truth. Like, Josh Jacobs put up over 1,200 yards, 15 rushing touchdowns. Like, he's literally elite. He cannot be tackled. Now number 5, give me Jonathan Taylor. Like, after this year, are you going to say he's not a top 5 running back? Because you are wrong. Like, matter of fact, one of these games he rushed for over 200 yards. Like, Jonathan Taylor is the definition of elite, and yeah, looks like that ankle is more than fine, and he's probably gonna have the task to carry this Colts offense right now this year because he cannot be tackled. He's got elite speed, and he's Jonathan freaking Taylor. That's all I have to say. No explanation needed. And now number 4, give me Bijan Robinson. And yeah, look what happens when he gets away from Arthur Smith, man. 1,400 yards, just 14 rushing yards. Everyone said he's a receiving running back. He can't run. Yeah, he can. He clearly can. And he's still holding in those receptions. He's literally a freak of nature. He is elite. And he is going to stay that way until robots are taking control of the earth. All right, number 3, give me Jahmyr Gibbs. And did you guys know he had the most touchdowns? Yeah, not including quarterbacks. He had the most touchdowns out of any NFL player, but taking out quarterbacks. Like, that is actually insane. Like, that is crazy. Jahmyr Gibbs is honestly, I got so much crap for putting him inside my top 10 for running backs. Like, I silenced them. More he silenced them. But yeah, just is an absolute animal, and as are gone and retired, and Bijan the NFL. But there's no debate over the top 2. I'm pretty sure you can guess who it is. Number 2 is Derrick Henry. But number 1, to me, we've never seen a running back quite like Saquon Barkley. Sometimes you just can't overthink it. Alright guys, that is going to do it for my running backs list. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure to show any support that you can. I appreciate all of it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below who are your top 5 running backs. I want you guys to voice yourselves. I want to debate you guys on almost everything. So without further ado, I'll see y'all guys the next time I upload, and peace.